that, but let's give him a round of applause for showing up. Most importantly, I do want to acknowledge Barbara Jenkins, who is the superintendent of your school system, and your awesome principal, Dusty Johns, for allowing us into your school. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm almost done. You guys are doing great. Hang in there with me. You know, it's big when Florida Atlantic University, Walmart, the Oxbridge Academy are all on board with this stuff and sponsoring. I know a lot of people get up here and just say thanks to our sponsors, but can I just share with you why that's important? Because they're basically sponsoring an opportunity for all of you to hear a message that they feel like they want you to hear. It's important. They believe in you. And so don't miss this opportunity to hear what Nick has to say. If you give him some of your best attention for the next 45 minutes, you have the opportunity to really change your life and go in a great positive direction. Now, if you have enrolled in the SSUSA app, okay, here's what you're going to do. When Nick gets to the part of his presentation where he's going to ask some questions, he's going to do that anonymously, but we want those who are watching by simulcast to be able to join in. And so what you're going to do is you're going to tap that app on your phone, and it's going to ask you 3 questions. Am I at the event, watching remotely, or watching by my mobile device? And you'll tap one of those if you're watching by simulcast, and it'll prompt you to the next screen so that when Nick asks questions, you can answer from wherever you're at. There might be a little bit of delay in how that gets transmitted, but every vote will count, okay? All right, you guys have been great. You guys have been awesome, and I know you're tired of listening to me, so let's get on with the program. Please give a Boone High School welcome to our speaker, Nick Vujicic.
Thank you, Jay. Hi, how are you? Good, good, good. It is beautiful to be here. Thank you so much for your welcome, and welcome via simulcast. I love you guys so much. I'm going to give you all a big group hug from here through the cameras. Mwah, I love you so much. I am so excited. I hope you, basically with me, what you see is what you get, and I hope that out of this story and the next 45 minutes, it really helps you to think and really helps you to transform something about your life, about your purpose, about your vision, and the strength to never give up and stand strong. And before we get into it, I always open up with a couple funny stories. But before I do that, I know Jay has really thanked a lot of people. But real quick, Stand Strong USA is its own nonprofit organization. And I'll tell you right now, it has a whole team of people to make this happen. And before I forget, I just want to thank them before we do anything. Stand Strong team, thank you so much. Thank you, Stand Strong. We love you. Thank you. So, what does standing strong mean? What do you mean, Nick? Like, what's your story? I want you to know it's not a sad story. I want you to know we all go through ups and downs. You see my foot? Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. I love my little foot. I've actually got 2 toes so I can do the peace sign. Peace, how you doing? And I'm actually now able to type on a normal computer 43 words a minute, and after 2 cups of coffee, 53 words a minute. And no one knew that I'd be able to walk. Not only am I walking, but I actually now can swim, golf, fish, surf, scuba dive, and even skydive. My knees were shaking. It was pretty crazy. But sometimes when we look at ourselves, we start limiting even ourselves on what we could achieve or what we can have or what we can feel. And I tell you right now, obviously, and you know, when you're a little kid, especially, people come up to you and they're like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? And I'm like, I don't know, what am I going to be? Like, can you imagine, like, if I'm a police officer, the criminals have to put their own handcuffs on, right? It's not going to happen. I'm not going to be a doctor. I'm not going to be a surgeon. I don't know what I'm going to be. And I'm thinking, man, I can't even brush my own teeth, let alone a job. And I'm thinking about my future, and I'm thinking, man, is there really a good hope for me? Is there a future that I can look forward to? And, you know, people come up to me and say, what happened? I go up to them and I say, cigarettes. And they'll never smoke cigarettes in their life, right? But the truth is, doctors don't know why I was born this way. My parents don't know why I was born this way. Lady Gaga don't know why I was born this way. But you know, when the doctors saw me, they never imagined that I would be able to do what I'm doing. And I just want you to understand something, that when we look at the word unknown, it sort of has this, negativity about it. But what about the unknown potential? I never knew that I'd be able to be a speaker and travel around the world and do what I do. And I just want to show you, though, the greatest blessing, the greatest joy that I have up on screen. My family, my wife and I, we've now been married for 3.5 years. Her name is Kanae. And, that's my boy first. Yeah, Kiyoshi. Yeah. So he's 2.5 years old. He's already taller than me. And he gives me high fives on my shoulder, sometimes high fives on my face. And he's so, so cute. And I used to be worried, like, how am I going to hold my kids? But he actually comes to me every day and gives me a hug and gives me kisses. So beautiful. And then we have our family. When Kanae was pregnant with Dayan, that's her. So she's half Japanese, half Mexican, Japsican. And so she's pregnant there on the beach with Dayan. And then the last photo is Dayan himself. He's nearly 3 months old. And he's so cute. And I tell you right now, this smile, all right, it's real, all right? My joy in life, especially because of my family, I know I have ups and downs. We all have ups and downs. And I'm not going to tell you that I understand your pain, because I don't. I'm not going to tell you that my pain's worse than yours, because it's not. Some people actually don't realize that I believe it's worse being in a broken home than having no arms or legs. You can have arms and legs but never have the courage to try something. You can have arms and legs but never know your purpose. And I have some questions about who are you and what do you want in your life? Sometimes when I was looking myself in the mirror, I'm like, man, I wish I had arms and legs. And, you come to school and everyone has their, differences. And, they all want to have friends. We all want friends, right? And so, we start saying the F word, beep, 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 beep. Because, if you say the F word, well, then you're cool, right? And no one ever said that. It's not in the textbook, but I'm going to change my attitude. And yeah, it's okay to bully and tease a little bit, Then some guy's like, oh yeah, I need big biceps, man. If I can just get big biceps, then, then that's cool. No, man, my biceps are so big, they'll fall off. You understand me? And some girls are like, oh, I need a boyfriend. I've been single for 2 weeks now. Oh my gosh. And the average high school relationship is about 3 weeks, 2 days, and 46 seconds, all right? And sometimes in life, we try to figure out what we think we want instead of what we actually need. Let me tell you a story. I was playing soccer one day. I don't know, any soccer fans out there? I absolutely love soccer. So I was on the field one day, and I'm a pretty small guy. So imagine a full-size soccer ball, right? It's like halfway my height. And my friend's about to kick the ball to me from the other side of the field, and he says, are you ready? I'm like, uh-huh. And my knees were shaking, my palms were sweaty, the whole thing. And he gets ready, and he goes, boom, boom, like this. And this ball's coming for me, all right, at me, like a homing missile, all right? And I'm thinking, all right, I don't know what to do. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Maybe if I can headbutt it. No, it's a little bit too low to headbutt. Maybe if I kick it. No, it's a little bit too high to kick. So have you seen the movie The Matrix? Yeah. All right. It's real, y'all. All right. It's real. This ball was coming at me, and everything went into slow motion. And I jumped up in the air, and while I was in the air, I did a karate kick, and I went, like this. And the ball came, hit my foot, bent it backwards, and I heard a and I was like, and my foot went, oh. I couldn't walk for 3 weeks. If I had to walk on my butt like this, like, I was in bed for 3 weeks at 13 years old. Felt like forever. I'm looking at the ceiling, and I'm like, man, this is how it feels to be disabled. Why? It was interesting. I know I have no arms and legs. But you know that saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Sometimes we get so discouraged we come to fearful conclusions because we can't see the future. We can't see what's around the corner until you go around the corner. Let me tell you a funny story actually about not seeing the full picture. One day I was in a car. I'm in the front seat of the car, and this vehicle comes up next to us at the traffic lights, and this girl is looking at me. So I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, I'm looking at her, and all she sees is my head from the side. So I'm looking at her. I'm thinking, man, you know what? I think I want to freak you out. So I get the seatbelt in my mouth and I loosen it like this so then I can freely move. Now she's looking at me, why are you eating your seatbelt? And I'm thinking, oh man, this is going to be good. So imagine all you see is my head. I just did this. And her face was like, it was so good, so good. Anyway. Okay, quick question. Everyone say quick question. How many feet do I have? Put your hand up if you think I have 1 foot. Go. Feet. How many feet do I have? Sorry, did I say foot? How many feet do I have? If you think I have 1 foot, put your hand up. Go. Put your hand down. Put your hand up if you think I have 2 feet. Go. Put your hand down. Put your hand up if you think I have 3, 4. All right. So how many feet do you see? You see 1. Okay. Now, some of you maybe have seen this. Oh, the little one. Oh, how cute. All right. Now get in there. Okay. So here we go. So this little toe, right, it's always there. Sometimes we don't see hope, but it's always there. You see this book up here? This is, let's say, along this table, a timeline. And when I was 8 years old, I definitely had fearful conclusions because I just couldn't see the full picture. And I'm thinking, man, well, wait a second. Everyone has a job. I'm not going to get a job. Everyone pretty much gets married. I thought, man, even if I got married, I can't even hold my wife's hand. I thought, even if I got married, I can't even dance with my bride on our wedding night. And all these conclusions came in my mind. And if you see this, obviously, the truth is that I'm happy today. The truth is that I'm 32 years old. I love being a husband, love being a father. I love traveling around the world. I've met now 13 presidents, spoken in front of 8 Senate, House representatives, and Congresses. I've been on TV to 270 million people in one shot. There's 1 million people this week, 270 million people. And 1.4 billion people know something about a limbless man's story. 1.4 billion people, that's crazy. 57 countries. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm an actor. I never thought I could do anything. But today, we know that a lot more was possible. I'm not saying that everything is possible, right? I'm not going to lie to you and say everything's possible, just dream anything you want and it's going to happen, right? That's not me. But when you put your mind to it and you connect your mind to your heart with your passions, and if you feel that you're called to do something, I'm telling you right now, dream crazy big, because crazy dreams only come true when you actually crazily dream a little bit. It's okay to be a little crazy. Tell the neighbor next to you, it's okay to be a little crazy, all right? All right, so here we go, ready? So in this path, I'm going to jump off the table. I'm actually going to show you how I jump off the table. So in this path, check this out. As I am actually going towards my destiny, sometimes you fall down. So what's going to happen is I'm going to jump off the table, do a backflip, and land on the floor, okay? Are you ready? Girls, are you ready? Boys, are you ready? Here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm joking, man. Are you serious? If I did that, I'll break my arm or something, all right? But sometimes in your life, even when you're on a good path, sometimes you fall down. And don't get scared. I'm just going to lay down here for a second. Okay. Hello. So what do you do when you fall down? You get back up. You don't know what you can achieve until you... When you fail, you should. Thomas Edison made the what? How many times did he fail? You're correct. He actually tried 10,000 times to try and make a light bulb. Can you imagine this? Someone came up to Thomas and said, "Hey, Thomas, how does it feel failing 9,999 times?" You know what he said? "I never failed 9,999 times. Now I know 9,999 ways in how not to make a light bulb." Let me ask you, if I try 100 times to get up and I fail 100 times, am I a failure? No. Are you sure? Yes. I'm going to ask it one more time. If I try 100 times to get up and I fail 100 times, am I a failure? No. Then why do you sometimes think that you are? Don't give up. There you go. In your destiny, sometimes we're on that path. But sometimes we're taking another path. Sometimes it's what people tell you and really put on you as negativity. Sometimes it's our own negativity that gets us down. When I was 8 years old, I concluded. Everyone say concluded. I'm never going to get married. I'm always going to be alone. I'm broken. There is no hope. No one understands me. I'm just probably going to give up. I don't know if you felt like you have hope or not, but when I was 10 years old, I concluded that there was no hope. None. I couldn't see me ever being happy. But because of the love of my parents, I'm still here. Some of you can't even remember if your dad ever told you, "I'm proud of you." Some of you don't even know your fathers. That's in everywhere around the world. And I want you to know one thing, that if you've ever come close in feeling like there absolutely is no more hope for you, I want you to hear me very clearly. That you're beautiful just the way that you are, and to never, ever, ever give up, because you don't know what beautiful things can come from your broken pieces until you give your broken pieces a chance. I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know what you're good at. I don't know what you're not good at. I don't care what job you're going to get. I don't care what job you're not going to get. I don't care if you have no friends. I love you. I don't care if you never ever get a job. I love you just the way you are. And I don't need to be you, and you don't need to be me, but you need to be the best you can be. Girls, you don't need a boyfriend to feel loved. Guys, you don't need to say the F word to be cool. Let me ask you, am I cool enough to be your friend? But I have no limbs. Are you still going to be my friend? I don't say the F word. Are you still going to be my friend? I don't get drunk. I don't do drugs. I don't do stuff that everybody else does. Am I still cool enough to be your friend? I was a virgin until I actually met my wife. Am I still cool enough to be a friend? You know what's actually really cool about that? Is that you realize that your value is not determined on what people think of you. I want to tell you, when the world says you're not good enough, get a second opinion. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. And even when a miracle doesn't come, when a storm comes in your life, maybe your father's an alcoholic. I'm sorry if you've got some challenges at home. I am sorry, but now you know what not to do with your children. Does that make sense? You have an opportunity to make a change. Your past or your family's past doesn't determine your future. Your choices today, your values today does. And whatever destiny you are going toward, I want you to be happy. That's the biggest thing. Don't you want to be happy? We're looking for happiness. Oh, if I can just graduate and get into that college or get that job, then I'll be happy. If I can just get married, then I'll be happy. No, go talk to some married people. Ask them if they're happy. All right? Half the people end up in divorce because marriage isn't easy. I want you to understand that we think sometimes if I could just get that money, if I could just experience that, money, drugs, sex, alcohol, pornography, fame, and fortune. If you put your happiness in temporary things, your happiness will be temporary. I want you to understand that every single one of you has value. You're my brother, you're my sister. And I want you to understand in this world, we need each other. This world needs hope. Does anyone, put your hand up if you knew that there are 1 billion people going hungry today. Put your hand up if you knew that. Put your hand down. Do you know I've actually met 650 teenagers who were sold into slavery by their parents for $700 US. Human trafficking, okay? Human trafficking is here in America. $8.3 billion industry. They kidnap kids, minors, teens. All this stuff. I'll tell you right now, don't get scared, but I'm telling you right now, when you look at the world, you see a lot of brokenness and a lot of need for hope. I don't know about you, but it's not okay that these kids are in that slavery. I want to do something about that, don't you? It's not okay that 1 billion people are going hungry today. Is that okay? No, it's not. I don't know about you, but I want to do something about that. Well, we should just wait for the billionaires of the world to change all the situations, and we should just wait for the government and the law and all the corruption and stuff around the world. You know, I can't do anything, really? What if 400 million teenagers gave $1 a day? What if 400 million teenagers gave $1 a day? That's $2.8 billion a week. Do you know how many hospitals and schools and orphanages and pallets of food that can bring every single week? I want you to dream a little. What's the word? Crazy. But let's get real here. On the street, let's say this afternoon, you're crossing the street and there's a bus coming down the street and there's a 3-year-old on the road by himself. No one's there. You're the closest one to him. You're the only one who sees this kid. In the middle of the street, there's a bus coming. The bus driver does not see the child. You have the chance to save that child. If you know you had plenty of time to not even put yourself in any sort of danger, will you or will you not try and save that child's life? But you don't know his background. Are you still going to help him? Are you still going to save him? You don't know his name. Are you still going to save him? You don't know if he's ever going to be employed. Are you still going to save him? You don't know his ethnic background. Are you still going to save him? You don't know his sexual orientation. Are you still going to save him? You don't know if he has a disability. Are you still going to save him? You will. Why? Because everyone matters. Put your hand up if you can say, Nick, you know what? I know that the world needs hope, and you know, one day I would like to be a person that can really actually, one day, somehow, I'd like to make a difference. Put your hand up. Okay, put your hand down. Everyone say, for real. For real. We are here from Stand Strong USA for you to understand that you actually can make a difference. I want you to think. Everyone say the word think. I want you to understand that sometimes we even underestimate what's happening in this school, in your heart and in your minds. You don't know what's going on at home in many people's lives. So I want to ask you, do you trust me with the time given to me? Do you trust my judgment in what to do? We're about to do an exercise that'll only take a minute or two, okay? Can I have your trust? Can I have your cooperation? Okay? And you'll see why we're doing this. Jay was talking earlier about some questions I'm going to ask you, and for you simulcasting, get your phone out because we're about to shoot some questions to you. As I'm going to be asking these questions here, we're going to be asking questions statewide to 200,000 students right now. So I want you now sit up straight in your seat. This is very important. Everyone say it's very important. Okay. Okay, ready? Everyone say an anonymous survey. In a moment, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. How many questions?
3.
I'm going to actually get you in a moment. In a moment, not now, but in a moment, you're going to bow your heads and you're going to put your hand up in the air. Not 2 hands, 1 hand up, and you're going to open your palm, your hand all the way open. And when I ask the question, if your answer is a yes to any of my questions, simply put your hand in a fist. That way, the person behind you, in front of you, or beside you will not know your answer. So right now, I would like you to bow your head. Every single one of you, bow your heads and put your hand up nice and high in the air. Do not rest your elbow on your knee. And please bow your head, because I cannot tell from here if your eyes are open or closed, but I can tell if your head's down. So please, face the floor. I'm waiting for you. Thank you. Put your hand up nice and high. Open your hand. Here is the first question. Put your hand in a fist if you can actually say that you feel that you have no hope in your life because of bullying at your school. If you're being bullied to the point that you can say, I feel like I have no hope, put your hand in a fist right now. Go. Okay, open your hand. Next question. Put your hand in a fist if you feel that you have no hope in your life because of challenges at home. Go. Open your hand. Last question. Put your hand in a fist if you feel that you have no hope in your life and you haven't told anyone. Go. Open your hand. Okay, put your hands down and lift up your heads. In this auditorium, we have 1,150 students. Would you like to hear the results? Do you have any reason to believe that I would exaggerate on any of these results? Okay. Do you have any reason to believe that anyone would lie to me right now? No. Okay, so here we go. Out of 1,150 students, I'm going to start with question number 2. In this auditorium of 1,150 students, there are around 40 students who actually feel like they have no hope in their life because of challenges in their school, in their home, 40 people, because of the challenges at home, they feel like they have no hope. Okay? The question that I asked, which was question number 3, if you have no hope and you haven't told anyone, there actually are about 200 of you. Sorry, 1 in 5. About 150 to be conservative. Okay? I don't want to exaggerate. 150 of you feel like you actually have no hope in your life, but you haven't told anyone. Okay? I want you to know that if you are going through something, talk to a guidance counselor. Oh, I don't want to talk to a guidance counselor. No, listen. Those guidance counselors are there for you, trained to hear what you need to share with them. Your friends do not know what to do with the information you're giving them. And sometimes it could be more harmful than helpful. Some teachers you like, some teachers you don't like. I get it. I don't care. Tell somebody. If you don't feel comfortable telling a parent or your guidance counselor or teacher, then go to the text messages in the Stand Strong USA app. You can talk to someone there and see the resources there. The bottom line is, you're not alone. You have issues at home, you're not alone. Tell someone today. But let me ask you right now, how many students do you think out of 1,150 actually told me, Nick, I feel like I have no hope because of bullying at school? Let me ask you, is there anything good about bullying? What if I told you there was only one person who said, Nick, I come to this school and I feel like I have no hope because of bullying at my school. Do you know who they are? No. Do you know if they have challenges at home? No. Do you know their name? No. Is one too many? What if I told you there were 10? There were actually 10 people in this school who just showed me with their hand that they hate their life so much to the point that they feel like there is no hope because of bullying. Is that surprising? Is it the gossip? Is that part of bullying? Is it cyberbullying? Is it just looking at them down the hall? Is it pushing them against a locker? Is it spreading rumors? Bullying. What is bullying? Isn't it everything? Mama always said what? If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Now, you told me that you're going to save that 3-year-old child. You told me that you want to make a difference in the world. That's what you told me. I don't believe you until you're ready to be change, an agent of change in a place that needs transformation now. Don't tell me you're going to be generous with poor people around the world with your money one day when you're not even generous with your words. I'm not asking you to be friends with everyone. That's actually absolutely impossible. You can't be friends with everyone. But don't be somebody who's a part of that effort. It's an effort. It's a collective group that may be fragmented everywhere. We don't know. I used to get teased sometimes 10 or 11 times a day. And the first person who bullied me didn't know that by 2 p.m. I'm going to get my 10th bully coming at me. They don't know what's in my mind and in my heart. And I try to put on a strong face to pretend that it doesn't affect me. But at age 10, it really did. I want to ask you, who are you? You have 30 seconds to breathe. "25 seconds to breathe. Who are you? How will you be remembered? It's phenomenal that as I've done 880 schools face to face, that even when we get to these very difficult moments in this speech of very heaviness and understanding that your words and actions actually do impact people and their whole life, that there are 2 people still in this auditorium who are still showing each other something on their phone. And you want to know what that tells me about them? They don't care. And they're still doing it because they're not listening to me. Too bad for them. Ignore them for a second. Imagine this. If you get 99% of all the school to actually stand up and say, you know what? Maybe not everyone's going to be changed, but I know I'm going to be changed. I didn't know that 10 people at my school were actually feeling so helpless and hopeless just because I thought, we're just having fun. Or just because everyone else is doing it, I just come along. I mean, it was really funny. The gossip was really funny. Do you want to know why gossip's gossip? Because it's pretty funny. And it's hard not to say something funny. But I want to ask you, who are you? And who do you want to be? Florida, you're a state in this nation. And I want to ask you, as a school system, we've come here to you to ask you, will you help us and stand with us and stand strong? Will you realize that, you know what, you can either really discourage someone or encourage somebody? I just want to ask you right now, if today was your last day, who didn't you thank? Have you thanked your friends for being your friends? Who haven't you hugged lately? Every day counts. And okay, fine, go ahead and hug the person next to you if they let you go. if they give you permission to give them a high five or give them a hug. Let's get some love in the room. All right. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, here we go. Here we go. If you're teasing my brother or my sister, I can conclude that you think then that you're more valuable than them. Can you turn me down a little bit, please? If you've ever teased my brother or teased my sister, I think in your mind, then you think that you have the right to do it. You don't. If you think you're better than my brother or my sister, you're wrong. It's time to swallow your pride. Someone's hurting you at home. It doesn't give you permission to hurt somebody at school. And on behalf of the 10 brothers and sisters in this school and all the ones watching online, and all the results are going to be up on the app, we want Florida to stand strong. Are you ready to make a difference? Because I think you are. I'm going to, in a moment, ask you if you want to be part of this wave of change. Everyone say, wave of change. I want you to understand that this is not just a day, a good speech, and tomorrow is just another day. This is a conscious decision to say, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything if I don't have anything nice to say. It's that simple. And I'm telling you right now, you might see a cultural shift where people actually, who never talk to people, they didn't even know why they don't talk to each other. And it's just like, oh, I don't talk to them because they don't talk to her and they did something to her, so you know. No. You know what? It's time to love each other like never before. For real. I want to ask you, are you one of those people who want to make a change? You know that saying, what goes around what? What goes around what? There may be some people who actually continue to tease others. And if you are one of those people who actually, even after this speech, will tease my brother and sister, just get ready in 15 or 20 years' time to have your own 7-year-old daughter or 8-year-old daughter who gets picked on every single day. You think you're pretty high up in the rank system here because you can tell people what to do and your opinion matters here? Well, just get ready for the number 1 ranked person in her school, your daughter's school, to actually choose your daughter as their biggest victim. If you're not ready to actually stop teasing someone else's daughter, then why should anyone stop teasing your daughter? Because what goes around what? You have a girlfriend and boyfriend, yeah, you know, we sleep together. Yeah, well, do you mistreat her? Because if you mistreat her, let me tell you, there's a 99% chance, statistically shown, pretty much 99% chance, you ain't gonna marry each other. And if you ain't gonna marry each other, guess what? You're with someone else's wife. Now watch this. If you mistreat her and she's someone else's wife, if you pressure her and you bully her to do things that she actually doesn't want to do because you're putting your needs in front of it, and yeah, you know why not? Because we love each other. No, sex actually ain't love. You can sleep with them, but you don't know if they love you. You want to know when they love you? When they stand by you forever. That is my wife, because I was looking not for a girlfriend, for a wife. So if you think that you can mistreat someone else's wife, when you meet your wife, get ready to hear about her ex-boyfriends who mistreated her. If you have 5 girls that are your girlfriends before you actually get married, get ready to hear about the 5 boyfriends that your wife got mistreated by. Does that make sense? Because what goes around what? I'm ready for a change. Are you ready for a change, Florida? Do you want to see this school like never before? Do you think it's possible? In a moment, I'm going to get you to do an actual, tangible stance to show me as you look me right in the eyeballs and say, you know what, Nick, I want to make a change. And if you've talked during this speech, I don't know if I should believe you. And I don't want you to think of other people, well, I wonder now if so-and-so is going to stand up, right? That's what we think, well, oh my gosh, well, if they stand up, then I just know that, they're just going to tease me tomorrow, It's not about them. It's about you. Are you ready to see the change? In a moment, I'm going to actually get you to physically stand up on your feet to show me that your school, Boone High School, is ready for a cultural change. And you want to be part of that. Did I say something funny? Here we go. Florida watching right now on camera and here in this high school. If you're ready to stand strong and make a difference against bullying and bringing hope into people's lives again, stand to your feet right now. Stand up, hands by your side, repeat after me. I today make a conscious decision. Yeah, that person who just talked, you guys can sit down, seriously. You guys just talking, I don't believe you, you can sit down. If you're not serious, just sit down, it's okay. Start again. I today make a conscious decision to do my best, to never give up, and to ask people for help if I need help. I will do my best to give myself a chance in every way. I'm going to dream big. And today, in my school, for as long as I am here, I will do my best to not bully, to not tease, to not divide. I don't need to be everyone's friend, but I will never, to the best of my ability, gossip, bully, marginalize, or divide. To the best of my ability. So help me God. With the permission of the person standing next to you, give them a high five or give them a hug. Go. You may be seated. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First of all, did you enjoy today's message? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for the signs. I appreciate it. Love you. Those people who have those signs, you're going to be first dismissed later, because those of you who have a sign, we'll do a group shot out here with all of you. Thanks for taking the time for a sign. No, you can't take someone else's sign. All right. Because you made the time to share that love, I'm going to take the time to share my love with you guys, and we'll take a photo, and you can put it on Facebook and everybody else. All right, here we go. Everyone say Facebook. SSUSA. You will find out Stand Strong USA. If you go to standstrongusa.com, you will find all of the information there. And did you like that challenge, the Chew on This challenge? ChewOnThisChallenge.com. Do you believe that this message needs to go nationwide? We really need your help, Stand Strong USA. If you do the Chew on This challenge, go to ChewOnThisChallenge.com. Check it out. I'm going to do something crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do. But if you don't do the challenge, then you just donate $1. And it's all there on the app. Pretty cool stuff. So again, I just want to give you all that information. And because we have actually some minutes left, we have Jay on the floor with a microphone. And we're going to have some Q&A time. If you have a question for me, that's great. We have a person right here up the front. Keep your hand up. Yep, here we go. In the middle. And if you have a question, then everyone just be quiet for a second. And please start off with your name. Thank you.
Okay, give me your name.
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What's your question?
What made you be a bully specialist? I mean, like to speak to us and stuff.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for your question. When I was speaking in front of a crowd, there was a little boy with no arms and no legs who looked just like me. And I realized sometimes in my life, I've been waiting for a miracle, but at the same time, my destiny has been waiting for me to be a miracle for someone else. You see, I actually feel like you go through things in your life not because of bad luck or bad chance or coincidence, but I really believe that all those bad things can come together for a good purpose if you try and just take one day at a time. And so why I do this, it's because I want to save lives. I would never have come here to this school unless I actually felt like one life was saved. I want you to know that's what I do. If you will, my business is really in helping people find hope. And if only one person finds hope, then that's the greatest thing. And so I'm just so thankful I came here, and I love everyone. I believe everyone has hope. Where'd Jay go?
Right here, Nick.
Hi, Jay.
This is Malachi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I didn't catch your children's name. What were they?
My son, who's older, his name's Kiyoshi, and the youngest son, his name's Dayan. So Japanese name and then Serbian name. I'm Serbian, my wife's part Japanese, so yeah. They're pretty cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Malachi. Next question
and
right
your name?
there, Jay. Yep.
I'm Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
I was just wondering, so you've been born with this your whole life. How long did it take you to get used to your disabilities?
So excellent question. So the acceptance and the transformation of my mind, I would not be who I am today without, and I don't know what religion you are. Maybe you're Hindu, maybe you're Muslim, maybe you're atheistic. I'm a Christian, and my prayer life with Jesus has helped me every day to pray, and the Bible helps me. And so what's helped me is understanding that I'm not alone, and that even heaven is real. That helps me every day to accept whatever I have. My dad, he's 60 years old, okay? And 8 weeks ago, he was told by a doctor he might be dead in 8 weeks. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4, he's still alive. And the hope that I have is that even if I go home and he died, I know I'm going to see him again. And so understanding that there is a hope with faith in believing in things you cannot see, certain of things hoped for, that really change everything. And so I think my faith in God was the big aspect in how I could actually be thankful for what I have and do my best and trust that He's going to do the rest. Thanks. Jay.
My name's Quentin.
Nice to meet you.
I was wondering, would you consider your life more challenging or purposeful?
That's a fantastic question. It's brilliant. Okay. I would say that would pretty much, no pun intended, go hand in hand. I really believe, everyone goes through a challenge, right? Okay. So whatever challenge you have, there's always a purpose to your life. A life without purpose is a life without meaning. A life without meaning is a life without hope. To find the meaning, you have to sort of backtrack the bigger questions to your philosophy of life. Who am I? What am I here for? Some people believe that we're just living to die. I don't like that. I like to believe that there's something greater. And so that helps me a lot. So I would say a challenge or a purpose. Again, I don't think you can they're separate, but I think it's the transformation part, then transform any challenge into a purpose. See, some storms don't pass, right? I still have no arms and legs. But through the truth of three things, everyone say three things. The truth of my value, the truth of my purpose, and the truth of my destiny has literally given me wings to fly like an eagle above the storm. And that's what matters. It's not so much about the storm you're going through, as much as you understanding you will overcome. So, it's a cool.
Over here, Nick. All right, name?
Amaya.
Hi, Amaya.
Hi. So of your everyday life, like what's the hardest thing that you have to?
I love that question. Yeah, so for me, if I have an itch, okay, so I just had an itch right here. Like I can't even point to it. It's like near my shoulder blade. And then like in my house, my corners are like all rounded off in the wall. So I'm like trying to find just the, you know, like Baloo in the Jungle Book and he gets up against a tree. And so sometimes that's hard. I can brush my teeth, comb my hair, dress myself up, do all my personal hygiene actually by myself. I learned it at age 19, but I now have caregivers who come in the morning, they get me ready, they take me to work, they travel with me wherever I go. That cool guy, Braden, who carried me up here, he's the caregiver right now on shift, and he does 10 days of work with me a month. And so I though still try and do as much as I can at home, especially with my wife, having 2 kids. I wish I could help her, I really do. You might think it's cool because I never have to wash the dishes, but for real, I wish I could help her out. And so I try to help myself out. And by me helping myself out more, then she doesn't have to help me as much. And so you guys would love my wife. She's absolutely incredible. I actually proposed to her with having a ring and a cream puff. And I got her to feed me the cream puff. And I finished the cream puff without choking on the ring. And I said, baby, let me kiss your hand. And she gives me her left hand. And I go, mwah, 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 mwah. And I went down on her ring finger. She thought I was actually getting kinky or something. But I didn't lay a hand on her, I promise. And so what happened was, I pull back and she sees the ring and she starts crying and she cries for 2 minutes. I said, baby, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you please marry me? And she cried for 2 minutes and I said, so? We got married 6 months later. And a year and a day after we got married, Kiyoshi was born. And we're going to try for a 3rd child as well. Not yet, but very thankful. Thank you.
Back over on this side, Nick. Back over here. Avery has a question.
Hi.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes, you can. Come up here and give me a hug. Now, the deal is you cannot actually repeat the question, okay? So no one else, but you can come up here and give me a hug. You okay to get up? Good job. Give me a big hug. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Smile. Wait. Smile. Someone's taking a photo somewhere. Down here. Love you. Take care. Thank you. All the best. Cool.
Same side, Nick. Same side. Right over here. Give me your name.
Jared.
Hi, Jerry.
My question is, like, how do you do everything that you do? Like, how are you able to inspire so many kids and all this stuff and stop bullying? It's almost gone in every last state.
It's almost gone into other states. Is that what the last line was? Yeah. For me, we have actually got now invitations from presidents of Hungary and Slovenia to go once, speak once, and every school will hear it nationwide. And so we're doing that next year. It's amazing that when you are doing a good thing, and to me, it's part of my mission and calling, that if you continue to be faithful with the little things, it'll just grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if that's what you're called to do as a dream, as a mission, those doors are going to open up and no one can stop you. But you got to keep humble, number one. You got to know that you can't do it alone. You need a fantastic team around you, and I'm thankful for the team around us. But really, it's just taking one day at a time. If a door closes, you have a dream, and it closes. If you have to let a dream die, let it die, but don't let that kill you. You're more valuable than a dream. Even if I never was a speaker, I'm still Nick Vujicic. correct? So keep on going, dream big, never give up, and go like crazy. Run as fast as you can.
One more, Nick. We got time for one more. Your name?
Samira.
Say that again.
Samira.
Hi, nice to meet you, Samira.
Hi. How do you do it on an everyday basis?
Basically, how do I get from getting out of bed and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
motivation.
Motivation. Good. So for me, it's definitely, like I said, prayer. And I just have to look at my wife and my kids, even if on a photo or FaceTime. I'm going to FaceTime them right after now. I'm seeing them in a couple days. But that's all the motivation I can get. And for me to be motivated, do you know what's really cool? Watch this. I'm 32 years old, right? And I don't know how old you are. But what if it takes you 10 years to really transform someone's life? How good of a motivation that would be, right? The cool thing about us is now we've been doing it since I was 19 years old, traveling and speaking, and we get letters, and we get Facebook messages, we get people coming on our website and sharing with us literally how they will never, ever think of giving up, and knowing now that there is hope, and then I'm looking to change someone else's life. And so every time I go to a school and I see someone crying, or I see someone looking at me with a look in their eyes saying, wow, that's what I needed to hear today. I'll never be the same again. That's more than enough motivation for me to continue to do what I do and to have people who support us. That's the greatest thing as well, to know that we're not alone in doing this as well. We're doing it together with everyone who believes in the same goal and mission. Guys, it is my privilege and honor to really be here at your school. I want to thank all the schools, all the principals, all the superintendents, the entire education system of the Florida state here in the United States of America. Can we thank the education system in Florida? Thank you. We love you. Hey guys, can I make one more announcement? All right, here's the announcement. Everyone say Saturday night. For free. I can watch Nick speak in a stadium with 20,000 people. So that's happening this Saturday night. It's not the same message as here. It's got nothing to do with the school or the education system or even the university itself. FAU, you heard of that university? We're going to their stadium. And if you want to hear any encouraging stuff, everyone say encouraging stuff about faith, then definitely come there on that link. Go to Facebook. You'll see the updates. You'll see the link, and you can watch it from your home. I know FAU is quite a distance from here. But please tune in if you want more and you want to show your family or somebody else who needs some hope. Definitely tune in. Guys, with all of my heart, I love you. God bless you, and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Lynn. It's time for Body and Mind Fitness. Today